That might be why Kyoko and Taka and Hiro haven't shown up yet. She's right. We have to do something about that mystery man first. Don't worry about me. I'll catch up with you guys after I rest for a bit. Understood. Take care of yourself. Because I'm going to kill you later.
Well then.
Okay, let's go. Oh yeah, boy. So whoever that is running around, why are they wearing that weird costume? Because it's a plot. Don't bother looking in for a reason from a deviant.
What to do? What to do?
So what are we gonna do? Split up and look around? Our opponent is very dangerous. We don't know what they're capable of even here.
What?
What's wrong? I saw a shadow. Something moving around at the top of the stairs. Really? I thought it was the second floor then. You bastard, you won't get away from me. We all try up towards the stairs. You must be around here somewhere. Let's put up in the corner, huh?
Well.
But don't take any chances. As soon as you find him, call out and open running.
Oh!
Okay, but what should we yell?
Just a second!
Anything, it doesn't matter.
So
then
then...
is ha, okay?
What are you saying?
Ha, or do ya, whatever you want. Just yell loud enough that we can hear you. Do ya? I've never heard of such a reaction. Okay, whatever. Just hurry up and start looking, okay? Let's go. Hey, Mr. Robot, where are you hiding? If you don't come out, we're gonna discommission you. Blah, 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 blah. Obviously, this isn't gonna go well. I'm so bored. Nothing, of course. I don't know why I went here. Aha! That strange cry. That had to be Celeste. Came from the floor above.
Everyone!
Over here, everyone. Because I need to distract you. Everyone who heard the scream came
Just
running.
a second!
Celeste, what's wrong?
What?
That was rather intense screams for someone like you. I saw him, a strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further into the hallway and disappeared. He must be down this hall. Come on, let's go. What now? Oh, goddamn. Huh?
Huh?
Whoa, it's really true. But that doesn't matter right now. No. What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Kazumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to get back. What about the suspect? We've gone to all this trouble to capture him, right? Why don't we split up into two groups?
It's all clear now.
I'll lead the hunting party. That's even more interesting.
So then...
Very well then. Miko and Hina, you come to meet with me to the nurse's office. I will lead the capture of the suspicious individual to Toko, Sakura, and Byakuya. Do not ask why there's three people. Well, obviously, there's no point.
So then...
Kappa. But I always split up into two groups. Me, Celeste, and Hina are all ran downstairs to the first floor.
Just a second!
He's in the nurse's office. Let's go. Obviously, there's no reason that there's three of us, just for the plot. Not for, something important. Oh my god, he's dead! Kappa. Everything was covered in red. It looks more like pink. And in the corner of all this red was... That's not the corner, that's the freaking middle. Hifumi.
No!
Ah!
What the...
It looks like something very bad has happened. You don't say! I certainly wasn't expecting this. Yes, you were. I did not imagine that person would be murdered. Yeah, it's such a shock, isn't it?
No way!
Murdered? You're not serious, are you? He's not really dead, is he? Ding dong, ding dong. Convenience.
A body has been discovered.
I won't tell you which, because that would spoil things.
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Again, I won't tell you whose body was found, because that would be cheating. That was by discovered announcement. By discovery announcement. When 3 or more people discover a body after the murder, that's what plays. And since we just heard it, that means... must mean someone killed him. One of us. Nah, he killed himself. No. One of us? Look at that. Something that... It's a hammer! Another hammer. Stop. It's hammer time. Just as hammer 3. It's even bigger than the other 2. Because I suspected one strike from that and you're finished. Then the killer. It was Megatron! There can be no doubt. But that doesn't make sense because he was in the front. The culprit must be over distance. Whoever's hiding in that costume is the one that killed them because yeah, because that makes so much sense. But wait, you saw him on the 3rd floor, right? Running back to the hall. So how did he end up in the nurse's office? You're not saying they're like teleported or something, right?
Are you okay with this?
We can figure that part out later. Because I don't want you to jump to conclusions, which would be good conclusions. Right now, we have to tell the others. You're right.
So then
Shall we go? Hina, snap out of it. Huh? Are you okay, Hina? Sorry, I'm not sure I can move right now. I'm feeling kinda... This is a problem. I can't leave Hina here alone. Because she would know that he's not dead. That would be problematic for me. Okay then, I'll go get everyone. You stay here with Hina. Very well. I leave it to you then. Okay, I'll be back soon. Still hadn't stopped for me. No reaction to the fact that they're somewhere empty. Okay. Can't get me in a stressful situation right now. Left through the doorway, and when I did, I found another nightmare. The second nightmare of the day was waiting there to greet me. He's dead! There in a pool of his own blood was Taka, dead. A next generation legend, Danganronpa. Fumi's body discovered in the nurse's office. Taka's body discovered in the equipment room. I was witness to 2 nightmares, one right after another. No, they weren't nightmares. This is harsh reality. The true nightmare is this reality. It's a reality I have to face every day. But still, why is this happening? And of course, Toko's right there. Toko. Don't tell me. Toko, no, she's just... Relax, she's just passed when she saw the blood. Obviously, you fucking idiot. What? Oh, that's right. Toko is Toko. She doesn't fear blood, huh? I already admit. We tried everything to get her to wake up, but no luck. Just leave her to easy now. It's like you said, I should just leave her. Another hammer. No, it's just this hammer number 4. It's even bigger than before. Is that suspicious individual responsible for killing Taka?
However...
Why is it just this hammer number 4? Huh? What do you mean? Celeste was attacked with just this hammer number 2. But this time it's 4. Well, 3 was attacked. What's the matter? Well, when you mentioned just this hammer number 3, you just reminded me.
What?
Out with it. You know something? Actually, Taka's not the only one that's been killed yet. Hifumi's murdered too.
What?
What?
Hey!
Hifumi's been killed? Not yet. Yeah.
I see.
Which is why he came to get us. Then we better go check it out. Of course, come on. So Sakura, Byakuya, and I rushed to... Oh. As soon as we got to... Celeste, are you supposed to be waiting in the nurse's office? Something came out. Yeah, I heard. Fumi's dead, right?
Indeed.
Well, that's not all. It's gone. If it weren't obvious, like... Huh? What's gone? It has disappeared. Disappeared. Fumi's body disappeared. What?
What did you say?
What are you talking about? Disappeared? Don't be ridiculous.
Come on.
Are you serious?
What?
What the heck is happening here? Magic!
Hey!
Everyone back to the nurse's office. We must do this because obviously there's no point in believing that something bad could happen while we do. Celeste went to the bathroom because she had to pull me away so Fumi could leave.
Indeed.
Why? Ina.
We're gonna die, all of us. They're gonna kill all of us. Then who might be the next target? Toko. Huh?
What?
I completely forgot. She's still unconscious in her equipment room.
Well...
We left her at the scene of the crime. We didn't have a choice. She passed out and she refused to wake up.
Huh?
So she's still unconscious.
Damn.
Wait, so you knew she was still up there and said nothing? Why? That annoying little insect that clings to me wherever I go. We'd be better off without her. Selfish little fuck!
Bastard!
You bastard! Calm down. You forgot about her, didn't you? You have no right to blame me. Everyone stop fighting. Right now we need her back. Can't do this anymore. I don't want anyone else to die. Everyone else is gonna die because I'm gonna kill them. Byakuya, something happened to Toko. I'll never forgive you. She's still there.
This can't be happening.
Are we hallucinating this or something? No, it's not hallucination.
Stopped.
Well, it is so.
You're very adamant about defending your privacy or in love. No! That's not it at all.
That's fine.
Well, anyway, yes, I do accept Kyoko's alibi.
Let's see.
Which means the suspicious individual we're looking for can be none other than Hiro. Which further means there just will be no more murders. The regulations are very clear about that. Oh, that's right. There's a rule that you says you can only kill a maximum of 2 people.
That's right.
As long as that rule is in place, there will not be a third murder. If they were to break that rule... I'd Mencia. Mencia without second thought. Mencia grind you and turn you into face. Burn you and turn you and turn you into... By the way, did you know that fish paste can be referred as shellfish, like shrimp and crabs? Indeed.
Let's see.
So since 2 people have been killed, there's no possibility of any more. Unless someone had and killed 2.
Perhaps.
You knew that from the beginning, didn't you, Byakuyo? Which means you knew Toko wasn't never in danger. I still meant it when I said we'd be off without her, though.
In other words...
Anyway, with that in mind, we can relax and search for the 2 missing bodies.
What?
Hey, go. What's the matter? Oh, nothing.
So that.
But... Huh? Door must be locked.
Huh?
Damn.
Gee, I wonder where it could be. Door that can't be locked, huh? Mikado,
Come on.
are you just standing there? We need to get to the repository. Huh? You mean...
Indeed.
I found them because I killed them. Hifumi and Taku's bodies have been...
Goodbye.
Byakuyo. They're dead. Bing dong.
A body has been discovered.
If that weren't obvious enough, one of them wasn't dead before.
After a certain amount of time,
But I had to. And so here we are. Without further ado, let me give you all the next Monokuma file. I was scared to hit him out when you found the bodies the first time, but I thought something might happen. Because there's a very good contradiction to life. It was really hard to resist, but turns out I was right.
Stop talking.
Just hand it over already.
Punishment is waiting
Make
for
sure
you.
to investigate it with all your mental might and prepare for the class trial.
See ya later.
See you later. Well, then...
That's terrible. Who would do this? Why? Why?
Large but tears fell from her eyes. The tears fell on Fumi's cheeks. This wasn't a movie, but it's gonna work anyway because magic. He's alive somehow. This wasn't
He's alive again?
magic.
Where am I? Cold. So cold.
Winter is coming.
Winter coming?
Did you really just make that reference, game?
Hifumi!
That's right. I remember now.
Hope's
Hope's
Peak.
Peak.
Come on, you gotta wake up!
I remember everything before
I
I
met you all.
met you all. I met you all.
His memories are all blending together. He has nothing useful to offer us.
The light, it's reaching out to me like the tail of a comet.
Hey, Hifumi! Who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you?
Who killed me? That's right. I remember
Remember their name.
their name. Yasuhiro.
Death for the second time. Absolute, undeniable death.
Honestly.
So, in other words, that's fine.
Indeed.
Well, perhaps.
An accomplice? What are you doing here?
Monokuma
Don't be rude.
appears!
I'm here to answer your question. What question?
Yep.
You're talking about accomplices, right? I'm pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I? During the first class trial?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
In other words,
So basically, you can be an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
So then,
So you're saying nobody worked together in this time either?
Hey,
Sorry, can't answer that. It would obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you don't forget, no matter how much you might assist in the murder, only one blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing.
So, in other words...
Then we only need to figure out who that one black thing is that did the killing, right? Just like normal.
Well?
Okay, let me take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you need to determine is the one true Blackened who defies the murder plot and put it into action. The true Blackened, so just one person.
Well now.
That's enough for explainifying. Now it's down to the final battle between all of you and the Blackened. Good luck to all of the contestants. So there can only be one Blackened. An accomplice would be one benefit. Then I can see any way Kyoko would be connected. You may be right. If that's true, then Kyoko, where are you?
However...
As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's go back to the investigation.
Indeed.
I have absolutely no doubt that Hiro is responsible, because I set out to look like he did it. But for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue further information. Don't you think we should consider a certain someone as a suspected just in case? I'm talking about the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. That's rude. What? I'm offended. Yeah! When did you? I've been looking all over for you, Master. When I woke up, you were just nowhere to be found. Anyway, you there, milk sack swimmer girl.
Huh?
Milk sack.
You gotta be kidding!
Why do I gotta be a suspect?
What the heck?
Well, I mean, you are a serial killer. Yeah, but she was unconscious, you fucking idiot.
What?
So what? Am I just a special guest suspect every time? I have an alibi, you know. She's right about that. When we heard Hifumi scream, she was with me. And when the bodies disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room. Plus, Taka's body aside, I can't imagine any way she would have been able to move Hifumi's body.
Yep.
Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
What are you saying?
That's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about.
Let's see.
On another topic, should we post a guard by the bodies like before? We can't have them disappearing again.
So then...
Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina? Sure. I'd be totally useless in investigation anyways.
It's all clear now.
Then that's it. Let's begin. Oh, wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Something about his body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. Yeah, kid. Do you think Hiro really did it?
So, in other words...
Then there's no room to suspect anyone else. Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's a fool of the century, you see. I mean, he is kind of dumb, but do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in here somewhere.
What?
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about this case? Well, no, there's a few other things, like why did the killer try to hide the bodies? He probably figured if we couldn't find the bodies, we can complete our investigation. So if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit is a moron. Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is why'd they bother killing 2 people?
What?
What? Because all the rule says if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're a murder killer, your number 1 priority is not getting caught. But killing 2 people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out.
I see.
Hold on. Perhaps I see. So that's what that means. Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Huh? What's with the attitude? But you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. Basics. Then at that point we split up.
It's all clear.
This is a good picture.
Just a second.
I mean...
Phew, man. I have had the worst day. Hero. Hero?
Huh? Oh, hey, Makoto.
Yeah, duh. Who else would I be? That's a good question. Huh? What? Why do I look like this? What? Did someone come along and remodel me while I was sleeping? What the Illuminati?
Right.
Don't be mean.
Hey. And?
Is that Huh! See? Look. See how loose it is? I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hiro could have fit into this dumb costume.
Duh.
Just a second! Oh!
What the? What? I'm at... No.
What the? Just the... What?
Why is that? Anyway... Shall we go? Hey. I knew it. I see. Hey. So then... That's right. In other words... However... So then... Indeed. That's right. Indeed. Why is... Hey. So... Is that... Hey.
Dong, bing, bong. Time for trial.
Are you excited?
Are you pumped?
It's time for the class trial to begin! Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death. And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot. Make your way to the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
It would seem...
Time for trial.
Monokuma appears!
Hello. It's
Wrong.
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks like that way because of an illusion. Life. Moving so fast that it only looks like I've multiplied. Then I have billions of bodies because I'm a robot. Can you guys tell which one is real, Monokuma? Can we just get in the elevator already?
Boy!
You're not playing along.
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Hey!
Then, if everyone is here and ready to go, please board the pain train or elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay, then shall we?
Please!
Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away from anymore, hero. You're gonna pay for your sins. Ellie, you're an idiot.
What the heck?
I told you already. I didn't do it. For serious. That reminds me. Did you ever find the other costume or the note? Well, no, but how unfortunate. Then it would seem we have our culprit.
Hey.
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first. Then story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Afumi and Take get away with it. For everyone who's still alive, and for the two that lost their lives. let us roll. Ding dong. When I see all of you gathered here together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
Just the worst.
Only because of you. Why? Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other? What? What? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute!
Come on.
Stop moving around and begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm going to start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. I'd never hold you out like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened once again. Deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Do you wish to save? Who's my favorite kitty? Set skills. That do allows you to reload bullets, 2 bullets at once, effective during the bullet time bell. Nice. And then there should be, what the heck? Okay then. I got Celeste. Why didn't I? That's dumb.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. If you can figure out who done it, then only then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened and the one that deceived. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it.
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place.
Alibi.
And we found it in that suit. Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
Bullshit.
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it. And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the...
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know!
Hero really a killer, or before I ever knew anything else, we have to make it clear. Hero can't kill anyone. That's your hero's enough.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't... It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why?
No! Just hold on a second!
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints,
The suit parts, they are all... No, it's wrong! Are we sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm.
When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
Nope.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hiro's innocent as well.
What?
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hiro said? Was there really...
The suspicious individual... Go ahead, Makoto.
So?
The Illuminati! It was that though. It's Hiro.
Other than Hiro, I can't obviously he was the one in that particular suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
He didn't do
That
it.
doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The
Culprit.
culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
What? Now that's a bold assumption. And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
It figures the gambler would have a perfect poker face.
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a...
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of... It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular... Makoto? Can you tell us what they were?
Yep.
I got it! I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right? So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right?
Yep.
It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they... That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they...
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found it. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room, but that dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room? It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expected it. It's much from you anyway.
Rude.
We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
And yeah, I seem to get everything right.
You have it wrong! I cannot agree! You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you! You miserable wretch! I cannot agree! You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch! You have it wrong! I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree.
This should prove it. If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Jesus, Celeste really hate me that
Well,
much.
anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo-Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious. As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
No, it's wrong. You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that? Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together, remember? When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible! Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
No.
don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember...
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right!
So, it's really, really true that Robo-Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
Yep.
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgot? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo-Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said? So long as those facts exist...
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it.
Who done it?
Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning.
That's a different
Maybe
kind of
we'll uncover
story.
something new.
The series of unfortunate events is a book series.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes...
Plus, maybe we'll...
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. We waited there for quite a while. That was... We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find he was injured.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to... And soon after that...
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd
Oh
floor.
crap.
And I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
And then... At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, and that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor.
Meanwhile, because we...
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising. We rushed back to the nurse...
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body. Next thing we knew, we were... And after...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
Should be obviously down there. She discovered the
I think
bones.
that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds like it certainly seems... And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka. So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with justice, while Taka's death came from a swing of justice.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So,
Regarding, I wonder if he died before perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with just while Taka's dead.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after. So, I wonder if he thought perhaps it was... We already know what order the Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that he flew while Taka's dead.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after. So, regarding I wonder if... Or perhaps it was... We already know what order they were killed in.
No, it's wrong. Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise...
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Crap.
Is this... I refuse to give up yet!
Wristwatch. That's it. There you go.
Now I understand! I've got it! Taka's wristwatch! See? Look! It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night... So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before
Exactly.
Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact, we made the wrong mistake.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each. That way, when we saw how they...
Now,
But all of our alibis...
That's right. With him, at least, we're all... When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except... Then we all ran down... That's totally true! We're all in the...
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something.
If that's true...
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis since all of us were there.
And then, there's the disappearance of Taka's body at that time.
for now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just... So instead of who, in particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's...
That's true. We searched and according to what's... But to carry that...
Oh, man.
The dead body...
I don't think it has anything to do with the... We thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps...
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't? Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery?
Are you saying that when we first found him, there's a chance he was actually...
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body discovery announced.
Hifumi's dead body had been... No, that's wrong! Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intense?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we
Maybe. But that was also the same time that
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if two bodies had been found, there...
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man.
No, actually, that was plenty. He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time. Which means, even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice. I got it! We heard it a second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the two bodies. It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
And in reality, when the two dead bodies being discovered for the first...
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon...
And that's just part of... There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still...
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless. Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse, and then Minsuke's body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the...
But when you compare his body before being moved, and his body other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
No, that's wrong! In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, but when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can. I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital. And whose digital camera was it?
The character was Giggles. From Demon Angel Pretty Fudgy Princess, I think.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... what exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses?
That's a good point.
And it must have been him.
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was